guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be making the delicious egusi soup with bitter leaf. So we have our meat here. I just started by washing my meat first, and I'm going to show you guys the rest of the ingredients. We have our stockfish and our dry fish here. We have our onion, we have our egusi in one bowl, we have our ugu leaf here, and then we have our fresh pepper. We just blended it and poured it into this bowl. We have our crayfish already grinded. We have our yellow fresh pepper, and we just grinded that too. We also have our maggi right here. That's crayfish maggi. Yes, that's the crayfish maggi. We have our salt. We have our tomatoes. This is fresh red tomatoes, and over here we have our red oil, our palm oil. This is banga palm oil if you're wondering, so just to tell you that. This is the bitter leaf we're boiling for the egusi soup, and you know you have to boil your bitter leaf, right? So this is just me pouring the red oil into a pan, adding my onion, and you start to fry until you get to the consistency that you like. Next thing, you're gonna add your tomatoes for it to fry, because you're going to be adding these tomatoes to the egusi soup. So you're just going to let that fry and simmer until it dries up a little bit. Yeah, so after a while, this is how tomato looks. And then after the tomato finish frying, we go on to adding our egusi. As you can see, I mixed it for some time, yeah, and then this is the egusi with the onions mixed inside of it. We're just going to be adding it little by little so that you won't just get the oil splashed all over everywhere. Just add it little by little, and then you start to mix until you get a good consistency that you like, and until the egusi is fried very well, until you can't see any oil again. Next thing is our meat. As you can see, I've already put the meat on fire. I've added some onions. I'm just stirring it now. In here we have cow skin, we have goat meat, we have intestine in here. Now I'm going to be adding my crayfish. I didn't put all of the crayfish, I only put half of it. And then after you put your crayfish, you add your fresh pepper. As I showed you guys in the beginning, we have our red fresh pepper here, so that's just what I'm going to be adding into this. And then go in with the yellow pepper too, the fresh yellow pepper. I just added a little bit of water, not too much, not too less. So yeah, you finish that, you're going to be going in with your palm oil. As I showed you guys in the beginning, that is red banga palm oil. If you don't know where to get it, you can go to Pennywise. That's usually where I get mine. So you mix it, mix your oil, and then go in with your egusi. Because after you put your pepper and your oil and mix in your meat, next thing go with is the egusi, because you're done with frying it. They have two methods of making egusi. This is the frying method, and they just have the regular method where you just pour your egusi straight in without frying it and without adding tomatoes inside. So I'm just going to get all the egusi out and then pour it into my meat. After the meat simmers for some time, and then you mix that well until you get to this consistency, until everything just comes together into one piece. So I just mixed it, and then I added a little bit of water because the egusi was looking a little bit too thick for me. I don't know about you guys, but I like my egusi not too thick, not too watery, just the perfect consistency for me. Everyone has their own opinion of how they like it. So I just tasted for salt. I'm going in with my maggi. like I told you guys earlier, my crayfish Maggi. This Maggi, I always like using it for soup because it gives it that spark taste. Like I just like the taste of this crayfish Maggi, and then I'm just going to mix it so that it goes in very well with my egusi soup and my meat, so that I can get that rich taste from it. Okay guys, so earlier I showed you guys my fish, my dry fish and my stockfish. So this is me just putting it into my egusi soup. I just washed it, but I didn't show you guys that one on camera. I just washed it, removed the bones and washed it with salt. So I put it into my egusi soup and I just stir it for some time to just mix it all together. You won't put your fish too late or too early, and you won't let it stay for long so that it won't scatter inside the pot, and you just cover it and let it simmer. So this is the egusi soup after I finish putting the fish and stirring it and letting it simmer. Now you go in with your washed bitter leaf and drained bitter leaf. You put it inside your pot and just mix it until it goes in well, because you know bitter leaf has a bitter taste in it, so you don't want your soup to be too bitter. So after you go in with your bitter leaf, you go in with your ugu, freshly cut washed ugu. You let the water drain out so that you won't get water inside your egusi soup, and then you mix it properly. As you can see, I didn't put all the ugu that I have. I just mix it in gently so that I won't have too much leaf inside my egusi soup. As you can see, this egusi soup looks so delicious. If you want to try your egusi with anything, you can have it with anything, yeah. So me, I just decided to make mine with bitter leaf today to just expand, you know. So this is the egusi soup after I covered it to let it simmer for some minutes. This is my egusi soup after that. I know it's looking so good. You can add beef, chicken, anything you like inside your egusi soup. And this is me just serving it inside the plate to just show you guys the final look of how everything came out so nicely. So this is my egusi soup, the final look. So I'm going to be having it with some fufu. If you don't have fufu, you can make semo, you can make with anything you like. Thanks for watching guys. See you next time. Bye.